Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I'm bringing you guys this game, the second game in the JoinDota League, at least the first JoinDota League. I think it's the America division. So JoinDota League America, this is going to be Balrog Esports versus Young and Gaming, or as the site likes to call them, Team Dilecom versus Young and Gaming. I'm not sure which one's their official name, but Team Dilecom is what Balrog Esports shows under, but I'll call them Balrog because that's what we see here. So anyway, let's go and be consistent. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a little bit of fun with this. So if you guys haven't checked out the last game, I definitely would recommend go and check it out. It was a very interesting game. It was pretty darn eventful. We got to see some extra heroes get played that I'm not used to seeing played, at least not in this new patch, or at least I haven't encountered much. But we see one of them actually getting banned out. Death Prophet was doing fantastic on the side of Balrog Esports, and we see her immediately getting banned out. A nice little respect ban come out from them. But as far as the stats for the teams goes, I think Balrog Esports, I saw them. They like to play Invoker. They also like to play Death Prophet. So both of those heroes getting banned out. Lone Druid getting banned out for Young and Gaming. I think Balrog is just kind of going for the more standard, what the meta is, type of bans. I only say that because as far as stats for Young and Gaming's team, I don't see many stats for them on JoinDota, which is where all this is being held. But Balrog Esports seem to have a lot of stuff behind them as far as, a lot of stuff behind them as far as stats. They did play in last year's JDL. So we will see. We'll see how this game decides to go for him. So already off to a nice little interesting start. Two bans getting banned on the side of Balrog, being the Lone Druid and also the Undying. And we also see the bans of Invoker and Death Prophet. Okay, so they're just typing in some stuff, going with stuff. So we'll see what the first pick coming from Young and Gaming. They got a lot to consider. If they're not able to ban out the Tusk, but because they don't want the Death Prophet or the Invoker to get on the side of Young and Gaming, they probably have to, or get on the side of Balrog Esports. They probably got to decide if they want to go for the Tusk on their side. I would like to see Tusk on their side. I think Faces Void did a fantastic job, much better than I thought he was going to do. He did play in the offlane. He did fit that role of being, the offlane initiator, so to speak, because he can just jump out the Chronosphere and have his team follow up. Witch Doctors also did a fantastic job as far as showing up for the team. So we got a lot of danger heroes for Balrog Esports that I think Young and Gaming are going to have to try to deal with. Probably trying to go for some counter picks. Like I said, Witch Doctor was one of the heroes that they seem to like to play on Balrog Esports side according to their stats. So it looks like Young and Gaming are in fact going to go ahead and steal that Tusk away from them. Not going to let them have the initiation, just deny them altogether and get it for their side. My only question is, will they be able to use that effectively? I liked the rotations. They liked the idea coming up from Young and Gaming, as far as when their heroes were going in, when they were going in, but it just didn't pan out for them. They just got caught off a little bit too much. So we'll see if they try to correct that with this game. Tusk going on their side is going to be a fantastic start to that, being able to snowball in and save heroes, or even go for extra kills, be extra aggressive. Nice little aggressive support going their way. And Balrog Esports respond immediately by picking up that Witch Doctor, going for that nice reliable pick. Witch Doctor, very, very nice hero as far as going against people being able to do more damage than some people expect them to do. Gyrocops are going to get picked up as well inside of Balrog Esports, so pretty much a similar draft to last time. Of course they're going to be missing the Death Prophet, and of course they're going to be missing the Tusk, but Witch Doctor, Gyrocopter seem to be their confident heroes, or their comfort heroes, so we'll see how this pans out for them. Take a look at the rest of the stats. Like I said, Darsky, which I think is Dustin Jr., or either Freedom or Dustin Jr., I think Freedom. He plays our carry, and he likes to play, like I said, Luna. We did see him play a Gyrocopter last time around, but Luna's one of his best heroes, also his favorite heroes according to the stats. Sand King getting picked up inside of Young and Gaming, going to be a nice person to follow up with the snowballs actually. Just those two as a roaming duo is going to be pretty darn deadly. Have a touch roll in with the snowballs, Sand King follow up with the Burrow Strike immediately. It's going to be a gross amount of damage as far as stun-wise, it's going to be a gross amount of stun. Overall damage is going to be pretty darn high, especially if you consider the fact that Sand King, if he is able to channel his ulti, his epicenter, and his snowball in with Tusk, there's going to be a lot of extra damage on the side. I don't know if we'll see a lot. I don't know if we'll see a lot of shenanigans going on with the Aghanim Scepter though. I do want to see Aghanim Scepter Sand King, but of course I don't know if we'll see it. Don't know if we'll see it this game. Young and Gaming going to immediately ban out the Faces Void. He did cause him a lot of trouble. His Chronosphere was pretty much the bane of their existence. And speaking of which, Bane hasn't even been picked up just yet. I'm actually a little bit surprised about that. He's usually like one of the Cadillac supports to go for nowadays, especially if you compare him up with something like a Mirana or even Sand King. But looks like we got our support set in stone for Young and Gaming. Bane is open for Balrog Esports to pick up unless they ban it out. I think Young and Gamer is just kind of forcing Balrog to play something different from last time, because last time they did a really good job. I'm trying to remember what the heroes were last time. I'm missing one. They had Tusk. They had a Tusk, Death Prophet, Faces Void, Gyrocopter, Witch Doctor. Is that 5? That's 5. Okay, that's their 5. So pretty much all 5 of their heroes are pretty much gone from the pool. They have either been picked up or banned out. So Balrog Esports, we'll see how they decide to play the rest of this stuff. Enchantress getting banned out surprisingly by Balrog Esports. With the advent of Dragonlance, I don't know if Enchantress is as strong as people want to think she is, but I have played in a game where I got completely utterly wrecked pretty hard. Granted, I play support, so it's pretty natural that I'll die a lot, but I mean, I died a little bit more than normal. It was pretty saddening. Because Enchantress had a Dragonlance, because she had Aghanim Scepter, her range was ridiculous. By the time I even took like 5 steps away and her attack hit, I was just completely dead because the pure damage just became so high. So with the advent of Dragonlance, I don't think she's as strong as she seemed to be. Their team ultimately ended up losing because of a few bad decisions by the other carries, but I do like Enchantress as a hero as far as the amount of damage she can put out. She has the potential to be there. She just needs a lot more farm than she probably should need. Templar Assassin going to get banned out by Younger Gaming once again. That means that they might go for the Lifestealer again. I don't know if they'll try to go for it or go for round 2. I do like Lifestealer as a hero in general because he does have basically a free BKB. Just builds a bunch of attack speed, bunch of damage, bunch of strength, and he just wrecks everything. Dazzle getting banned out by Balrog Esports as the last and final ban, so no Shallow Graves for you, no heal bombs. Tusk Dazzle has been pretty strong. I did not foresee... I guess you can run Sand King offlane. I was gonna say I did not foresee Sand King playing the offlane. I thought he was more of a support in this game, but yeah, he can definitely play in the offlane. Totally play in the offlane. He's actually probably more so offlane nowadays than he was back in the past. Balrog Esports do pick up the Earth Spirit, so they're gonna have some nice little stones flying. All the stones being casted away, crashing all the glass houses, like bosses, like ballers, like Autobots. Okay, sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. Moving on though, moving on. So we have a nice bit of control coming up from Balrog Esports. They're gonna get a lot of mileage out of both Earth Spirit, Earth Spirit and Witch Doctor. I don't know if Young and Gaming are trying to decide if they want to go for the carry now or go for the mid, but it looks like they do decide to go for the secondary support, which will be a Disruptor. Disruptor going to be very nice versus someone like an Earth Spirit, just basically trapping him in, dropping that ulti, just make sure he can't pop his own ulti. Or pop any of his own annoying abilities. So Disruptor gonna be nice for control, but mobility-wise, I think he's gonna have a lot of trouble. You do have relatively mobile heroes inside of Young and Gaming with the Tusk and the Sand King, but I think Disruptor's gonna get eaten alive, so probably gonna be playing that 5-position support. Tusk will be roaming around. Disruptor's not gonna be getting much farm. I don't know. I'm a little bit shaky on this. I mean, Disruptor as a support, like I said, he can do a lot. He can force people to come back. If Earth Spirit does decide to run away, they can get pulled immediately back or get glimpsed right on back. And with the Ether Lens, he does amazing work. But the thing is, he needs an Ether Lens to do amazing work, and I don't. Well, he doesn't need it, but it would be nice if he had Ether Lens to do amazing work. And I don't know if he'll be able to afford one this game, given the role that he's going to be playing. So I'm a little bit fearful for the Disruptor pickup. Maybe they know a little bit more than I do. But I'm just going to go ahead and state it for the record. I'm a little bit uncomfortable about the Disruptor pickup. I don't know if he'll be able to do as much work as his team will need him to do. That ulti will be a turning point in some of these fights, so I will go ahead and say that up front too. Anyway, moving on to the rest of things though. A little bit more reliable stuff coming from Balrog Esports, and they do decide to go for the Dragon Knight from mid. Dragon Knight, I've seen him play mid once. I've seen him do amazing once. The other time, or actually saw him play mid twice. One time I saw him do amazing, the other time I saw him get wrecked, get smashed and walked all over pretty darn hard. Having the Dragon's Blood is really nice as far as the 12 armor, 12 HP region is pretty massive. But if they do... Oh, they won't. Okay, I was about to say, if they do decide to pick up something like Ancient Apparition, he's going to be in trouble. Haha. But that would be pretty much suicide at this point. If Younger Game decide to pick up an Ancient Apparition, it'll be a little suicide-y. Although, that said, speaking of suicide, that said, I did see a game where they had no carries at all. They had like a Zeus, a Timbersaw, something. It was like one of the Radiant Dire Cups, I think. And sorry, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen the game, one of the teams won the best of 3 for it because of it. But I thought it was completely bad idea. They had 0 carries at all, but Timbersaw just carried the crap out of his team, just doing so much damage. Had like a Bloodstone Octarine Core, it was Aghanim Scepter. It was ridiculous. But he got a lot of farm in that game. Looks like Young and Gamer are not going to be about that life. They're going to go ahead and pick themselves up with Juggernaut. Going for the right-click damage. I like Juggernaut versus a lot of the people on the side of Balrog Esports. Specifically someone like a Witch Doctor. Going to be easy pickoffs, easy pickings all day long. You can drop the spin if you want to get an easy kill on top of Witch Doctor, who has very, very, very bad mobility. You can also just drop your ulti on him. I mean, easy kill. I don't know how many times you'll be able to find the easy kill, but it will be there. And also going toe to toe with something like a Dragonite. I think Juggernaut holds up pretty well. I do think they're gonna be forced to get a Vladimir's offering inside of Young and Gaming just to help out with one, the push if they want to try to push, and two, help out with the sustain overall. But the Healing Ward might be more than enough to actually keep them in these fights. Bauer Goose is going to go ahead and ban out someone like the Razor, who does fantastic versus someone like Dragonite. Dragonite gets bullied pretty darn hard versus a Razor, but I think someone like an OD would do pretty well. I think OD, I just want to say an OD game, let me be honest, but I think someone like an OD would do really well versus someone like a Dragonite mid. Young and Gaming, they do have the options of a Queen of Pain, if they want to go for Queen of Pain for mid. I lied, they ban out the Queen of Pain, so no option for Queen of Pain anymore. Disregard statement. But Balrog, they have last their offlaner or another support. If they run Earth Spirit as an offlaner, then they can get another support. Or if they pick an Earth Shaker, they can run Earth Spirit as a support still, and then have Bush Doctor, Earth Spirit, and Earth Shaker, and just have a lot of lockdown and have a lot of stun. I don't think you'll need that much stun and that much lockdown versus something like a Juggernaut, but I mean, nobody ever complained for having too many stuns, unless you're Shadow Shaman and have no HP at all and just die very easily. Flashbacks to my own pub games. I got a lot to learn. Guys. But anyway, all that aside, Bauer Goosewar is going to go ahead and go for the Beastmaster as their offlaner. Going to be nice to have that ulti just to stop someone like a Juggernaut from TPing out of there with the spin. So spin TP not going to be as much of a factor as you want it to be. Also being able to drop that ulti initially on Juggernaut's face just to make sure that he, the man without a face, can't just TP out of there and get out of there. Lena going to be the pickup as far as their mid on the side of Young and Gaming. I'm going to be interested to see how well Lena does versus Dragonite. I would assume she does well enough, but I don't think she'll be able to bully Dragonite out of the lane as much. She does have the burst damage necessary to kill somebody like Dragonite just outright, but we'll see. We'll see how well armor does versus pure damage. And actually, given the fact that Amasheep Sucks picked it up, I think that's going to be a support Lena. So we're going to see ourselves a mid... a mid Sand King? Oh. Oh my. Let's see. Aiko on the side of Youngin played Zeus mid. So we'll see. We'll see who Aiko's playing. Aiko. Where's Aiko? Aiko's playing Tusk? So it's going to be a mid Tusk? Suspicious. Alright, so let's go ahead and start talking about the teams before some big clashes happen. On the side of Young and Gaming, Young and Gaming, we have on this Tusk, we have ourselves Aiko playing that mid Tusk, I'm assuming. On this Juggernaut, we see ourselves Rank playing that carry. On this Disruptor, we see ourselves Worse playing that Disruptor. And on this Lena, oh, the hearts. Oh. On this Lena, we see ourselves Amasheep Sucks playing Lena, and Sand King gonna be getting played by Sheriff. And now we got a team fight about to happen here in a few seconds. Where if I see some people die, there's gonna be one death in a second. Witch Doctor not gonna be long for this world. Gets hit with one stun, and he officially goes down. First blood going the way of these guys. These guys are pretty much looking for blood, and they found it first. Get it? Because first blood, they found it first. No, nobody? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll take my dad jokes elsewhere. Moving on to the side of Balrog, though. On this Gyrocopter, we have ourselves Freedom playing that carry Gyro. On this Earth Spirit, all the way down at the bottom, we see ourselves YS. On this Witch Doctor, who unfortunately did die early. Luckily, he had no money left, really. We see XD playing him. Dragonite being played or being controlled by Lemon Beardland. And, oh, okay. It's really weird. Lemon Beardland played by Dragonite. And on this Beastmaster, we see ourselves the one and only Dustia Jr. playing that Beastmaster. Not that Beastmaster, but that Beastmaster. He's playing that Beastmaster. Speaking of which, Beastmaster's going to be picking himself up a... Oh, snap. He's going for Iron Talon. So he is looking to go for the jungle. So he will be hanging out over here a little bit. Just we got Earth Spirit getting ready for the pulls. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see. Alright, so let me make sure my live stream is not doing anything silly. It's not. Sweet. We're all good. Guys, CulBlu hit the button and he didn't break it. Hell yeah. Anyway, so as far as the lane matchups going, we got Disruptor playing support on his side with the Juggernaut in hand to help out. We do see ourselves down bottom we got the Beastmaster, and also we got the Earth Spirit. So we got two 1-2 lanes. Nice. Not super standard, but okay, I guess. I mean, usually you're used to seeing tri-lane / roaming supports, but we might see Earth Spirit roam around a little bit. We also might see Tusk or Sand King on the other side roam around a little bit, go for that jungle farm. Anywho, going back to the lanes, we see ourselves a nice little 2-2 lane. Disruptor, Juggernaut versus Beastmaster, Earth Spirit. I do favor in this specific matchup the Beastmaster, Earth Spirit initially, because they do have enough damage to actually kill the Juggernaut between the two of them. Especially once Beastmaster gets his boar out, just to slow him to all hell. But it'll take a little bit to get there. It looks like, oh no, they're going for Disruptor immediately. Oh, they're going for the kill. Here comes the damage. It will be enough. Will it be enough is a big question. Second blood going to be going the way of the dire, but Beastmaster not going to be long for this world. Going to be forced to pop himself a nice little tree, and there's Earth Spirit. He can roll out here in a few seconds. Juggernaut not going to be able to get a return kill at all. Just swiping away though. He really wants it. Not going to be able to get jack squat though. So like I said, I do favor the Earth Spirit and Beastmaster for the reasons of they can just jump on these two pretty easily. I thought they were going to go for the kill on top of Juggernaut, but they did very smartly go for the Disruptor. Very, very, very immobile hero. Can't really do much once he gets jumped on. Moving over to the mid lane, we see ourselves a nice little DK versus Tusk. Tusk, interesting in the fact that we see him playing mid. We might be seeing some mid pulls. I'm not sure if we're going to see those kind of shenanigans going on, but we do see no stacks just yet. So I guess just a straight up Tusk versus DK fight. Going for the man fight, going for the bar fight. And DK actually going to take a few more right clicks than he wants to. Oh no, Disruptor shows up. Here comes the wall as well. Just DK is going to be in a lot of trouble. Snowball coming in a few seconds. Going to pull the Disruptor with him. Eats a Fairy Fire. Will it be enough to keep him alive? No, it will not. Tusk getting the last hit. Ico just showing you how to do it, son. Moving back up to the top lane though. Sand King and Lina versus the Gyrocopter and also the Witch Doctor. So far things are turning out a lot better for Youngin than they were last time, but as it stands, I think they have a little bit more stronger heroes, at least as far as the lockdown goes. I mean, Sand King and Lina, that's gonna be pretty nasty, pretty disgusting to deal with. Just one person like Witch Doctor getting caught out is an immediate Burrow Strike and to follow up Lightning Strike Array, which is going to be easy straight up kill on top of someone like Witch Doctor, who can't really do anything but just heal. And speaking of the devil, they're going to find it right now. Oh, no. Yes, will they? No. Oh, the Burrow Strike is a little bit too short. Oh, no. The Lightning Strike rate is a little bit too short. Oh, Lina, you're going to die for your troubles. Earth Spirit going to go ahead and roll in. Sand King going to be forced to drop himself a Sandstorm. The doo-doo-doo not going to be enough because the lights have been turned on. He's getting right-clicked to death. He's going to be forced to Burrow Strike to the low ground, but no, he dies. Gyrocopter going to be able to get the kill. Flat Cannon going to be the one to get the kill on top of that as well. A very interesting play coming from Gyrocopter too. I think I was Flat Cannon. Either it was Flat Cannon or just a right click. So, like I was saying, Lina and Sand King are going to be really nice to get the kill on top of Witch Doctor, but they have to hit the spells first for it to work. Unfortunately, the Burrow Strike's just a little bit too short, and the Lightning Strike Array is just a little too off the mark. And Witch Doctor keeping himself nice and healthy. The rotation for Earth Spirit more than enough to help to get the kill. That made me sad. Made me sad watching that. I was just praising how cool their combination was, and then boom! Caster's Curse kicks in. Speaking of Caster's Curse, down bottom, Juggernaut has free farm because Earth Spirit TP'd up top, and Beastmaster is farming the jungle. Because that's what he does. Iron Talon in hand. Am I farming the jungle? I'm farming the sample side of the jungle. If you guys didn't know, if you guys haven't played Dota in a while, like I haven't for a while, there's like a new little jungle camp. This is like what I like to call sample camp. So you can pretend that you're a jungler while you're not a jungler. So they put a jungle in your jungle, so you can jungle while you jungle. You know, just it doesn't matter. Exhibit approves. Alright, moving back into lane though. This tri-lane shenanigans going on. I actually like this a lot. They might be able to get themselves a kill on top of Lina. I don't know if Sand King's going to be the one to get the kill on. Sentry wards, there was one Sentry ward dropped, but I don't see any other Sentry wards, so no really true follow-ups. And speaking of true follow-ups, we got mid. DK actually getting quite a bit of damage on top of this Tusk. Forcing rotation in from the Disruptor. Make sure that DK doesn't get the kill. Looks like Tusk going to be able to keep himself alive. Earth Spirit waiting around the corner very patiently. Stone ready. Oh, he's preparing. He's lining it up. Will he be able to knock him down? It's a big question. Meanwhile, mid TP comes in. DK. Oh no, DK's getting jumped on. The game gets paused. They need a 2-minute pause. Oh no. Oh no, that timing though. Tactical pause is tactical. Tusk, Snowball, Ice Shards were used. DK able to stay alive long enough because of his Dragon's Blood, that 1 point, 3 extra regen. Sure, that's what did it. He pops his ulti. Going to be trying to go for the kill on top of Disruptor. It will be a TP coming in from Earth Spirit, which is going to be more than enough to help him get the kill. He has 5 stones available. He has all his mana too, so the kill should be there. Meanwhile, I see pings coming up here. Are they pinging the pool? Or yeah, okay, they missed the pool. Or they missed the stack. So yeah. So talking about the last hits, because I completely ignored those entire game. We see ourselves Juggernaut's in pretty on those last hits, and also Gyrocopter as well. So both, actually pretty much all the lanes pretty darn even on last hits, surprisingly. The offlaners just as even on last hits. Keep in mind, Beastmaster's getting his gold from jungle creeps, and Sand King is getting his gold from not jungle creeps, I'm assuming. But as far as their net worth, they're probably still on the same levels. Speaking of net worth, let's go and take a look at the graph while we can, while we have the time to think about it. We see ourselves, the net worth showing us is slightly in favor of Youngin Gaming, 750 gold. I think Youngin did get the first blood, so that's first blood gold plus a little bit more. The kills have been pretty much even. The people who have died, that's a good question. Who has died? The people who have died have been... wrong button. The people who have died have been the Disruptor and Sand King versus the Witch Doctor and DK, so a little bit more value in the kills coming out on the side of Youngin. They did lose two support, well, an offlaner and support for a support and a mid. I think mid is a lot more reliable. A lot more reliable go on the team. Go on the way of Youngin, that is, overall. His offlaner got much farm to deal with anyway, or to begin with anyway. So overall, Youngin's been pretty healthy. I think if they keep this pace, they might be fine. I'm a little bit concerned, because once DK hits a certain stage, which in my opinion is still level 16, I think he still needs level 16 Frost Dragon before he becomes a super scary carry that he can become. But until he hits that point, I think they have a little bit of room. They do have to worry about the Gyrocopter as well, and you know, in hindsight, I never thought about it this way, but I think Gyrocopter and DK kind of hit their stride at the same exact time. So we'll see Gyrocopter become very scary and DK come online and become very scary at the same exact time, which means that Juggernaut better go ahead and be ready. Tusk, this mid Tusk better pay off, because mid Lina, I think mid Lina would have been, I would have liked mid Lina, but mid Tusk, this better pay off because he needs to be ready to go for those kills. I don't know if we'll see the Shadow Blade shenanigans coming from Tusk, but we'll have to wait and see. That's about really all I can talk about without seeing much progress. Actually, no, items. Nothing impressive, nothing special, nothing fast. Yeah, nothing impressive at all. I mean, Earth Spirit has himself an Orb of Venom, which I actually think is a really good idea. I mean, because he's gonna roll in on top of your face, so why not just punch you once to slow you down for 12 more %? I think it's a very valuable thing for him to go for. I'm a little bit questionable who's gonna be able to pick up the mech. I don't know if anybody's gonna pick up a mech, to be honest, on the side of Youngin's side. I guess to a certain extent you can Disrupt to pick up the mech, or maybe even Lena. She is I think likely a 4 position support. Disruptor is a 5 position, so he's not going to have much. So Lena should have a little bit of farm here. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Disruptor's giving up all his farm to Juggernaut, so Juggernaut's going to be nice, sitting nice and pretty on top of that one. Take a look at the current gold, because I actually want to see what everybody has, because I don't see anything impressive. I'm a little bit surprised at that. Well, Tusk has phase boots, that's really about it. Gyrocopter has 600 gold in the bank. Ring of Aquila is going to be his next item, so see Ring of Aquila, probably Helmet of Dominator straight into Yasha. Typical progression for Gyrocopter. And moving on to mid, DK. He has 300 gold. Does he have anything in the courier? Nope, nothing at all. Oh, there's a bottle. That belongs to DK. Yeah, DK's bottle. So DK has a bottle. Alright, that makes sense. And on the other courier, nothing at all. So yeah, both teams just kind of chilling at a level of nothing yet at the 5-minute mark. So we'll go ahead and see. We'll go ahead and see how these guys decide to progress in this game. Alright, so the fight's gonna happen. Disruptor drops a glimpse on top of Earth Spirit, getting sent all the way back home, and now DK is all alone by himself up the creek without a paddle. Tusk has a snowball here in a few seconds, but it's not gonna be enough. Unfortunately, DK gonna be able to survive the region. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. He needs to be a little bit careful. It doesn't want to be that close. It's gonna be forced to back away. Meanwhile, Earth Spirit, he did, because he was so graciously teleported back up top, he did go ahead and try to knock himself a few abilities on top of his enemies, but it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough to get him killed on top of anything. I don't think he rolled out anybody. I think he just might have got caught out with damage. Meanwhile, mid Tusk forced DK to go all the way back home. DK wasting a lot of valuable time in his ulti. Now we got a kill happen on top. Juggernaut, sorry, Witch Doctor gonna be the one to go down. Sand King gonna be forced down with the damage as well. Fairy Fire getting eaten up by YS. YS might want to roll back into his fight. He can roll out in 8 seconds. Looks like he's not gonna be able to do nothing to stop the Gyrocopter from getting hit with these right clicks though. And it will be glimpsed back as well. Freedom will be going down. The flag officially stops falling. Gyrocopter dying is not what you want to have happen for Balrog's side, and 2 kills going the way of Youngin overall. So they should be taking this gold graph in their favor. Earth Spirit gonna force it back all the way away. Witch Doctor gonna try to stay up top to defend, and we might see some TP rotations, but we got 3 up top for Youngin. Don't really know if they're in position to actually push a tower, but they can try if they really wanted to. Meanwhile, going back to his mid story, this is actually pretty interesting to see Tusk and DK just go right. So Tusk drops the ice shards, runs right on past DK, gets the last hit, and then runs away. Just mind games going on. Oh, I forgot about that. Wow. Why does Tusk have so... Oh, right. Sorry, I was about to say, why does Tusk have so much damage? Double damage rune. That timing. But yeah, Breathe Fire. Breathe Fire reduces damage. Okay. Didn't realize that. Didn't know that was a thing. TP coming mid, Earth Spirit ready to roll in. Tusk able to scout it out though. Looks like he's gonna immediately get the stun. Oh, they're gonna go for Tusk. He's gonna be getting hit with a few things. Snowball coming through. The glimpse coming from Earth Spirit. Not gonna be able to send it all the way back home. But looks like DK might be the one to lose his life here. Disruptor right clicks like a wet kitty, but he's not gonna be able to get enough. Tusk has a snowball available, has ice shards in 5 seconds, tries to keep himself nice and alive. DK needs to be a little bit careful. The stun coming through. There's a stun. He will be able to get the Brief Fire too. There's the damage. It's gonna be more than enough. Lina picking up the kill on top of the DK, and now we got the kill happen on top of the Earth Spirit. Disruptor gonna be the last one to survive in that fight. Nice rotation from Lina. Catch herself a double kill. Laguna Blade available as well. So nice gold going toward her pouch too. And speaking of gold going towards pouch, where's Juggernaut go? Face boots. Okay, face boots. And Ring of Aquila gonna be finished, or almost finished up. So yeah, some pretty impressive stuff. Nice rotations. These TP rotations have been on point. Like I said last time around, I think the problem from Youngin wasn't really so much the rotations. The rotations were on point, or at least on point enough to where they can get a few kills here or there. It's just that when they got caught out, they got caught out in a very bad way on Youngin Gaming side. So this game is a much better, I think, much better reflection of what I was kind of expecting to happen last game for Youngin Gaming. And they're doing a really good job of making sure that they rotate in for those kills, make sure that they're not too far up or too far back. And Balrogs have not been able to take advantage of these out of position fights. I mean, technically speaking, I think DK should have got the kill on top of Tusk, but the Disruptor able to glimpse back Earth Spirit far enough to where it was a non-issue, and they couldn't get the kill. They couldn't get the kill fast enough on top of Tusk, and they ended up losing both people. Speaking of losing both people, down bottom, not gonna be able to lose both. The spin's coming through in Juggernaut. He's getting slowed a little bit, trying to run as fast as he can, but sadly, he can't. The boar is a little bit too strong. And the kill, unfortunately, not able to happen. Disruptor did TP in for that. They're just TP in to help that. And Jug has ulti available, has the mango, so he has the mana necessary to get the kill, so don't sleep on him. Juggernaut will ulti you. It's only level 1 ulti though, so you probably want to try to wait for level 2. Or at least wait till they can absolutely get the kill. Observer getting dropped by Disruptor, just trying to keep the vision up. Speaking of keeping vision up, mid, DK versus Tusk. Tusk giving himself a nice little extra vision on that tower, or on that lane. A little extra damage on the creeps as well. And up top, we got a fight happening. Gyrocops in a little bit of trouble. That's a casket. No, it's not a casket. I don't know what the heck that is bouncing around. Sand King gonna be eating a bunch of damage. He goes down, unfortunately. And now Lina's gonna be the next one to follow. She really wants to get the kill on top of Gyro. Just a little bit too short for that. Witchhawk getting stunned up. And here comes the TP coming for Lina. 2 seconds is all she needs. Snowball from Tusk. He's gonna go all in alone. The damage coming up from him is massive. But unfortunately, he will be able to get the kill. Listen, unfortunately, his casket bounces will not be in his favor. But they did go in his favor. So, cool. Alright, well played. Nice rotation from Tusk. Once again picking up an Arcane Rune because Tusk needs its lower cooldowns. Makes sense. But the kill's going the way of Youngin. Once again, able to just escape with murder, essentially. Actually escape with murder. Or virtual murder. Not real murder because that's illegal. So you know, virtual murder. Okay, never mind. I tried to explain myself, but nobody wants to listen. DK picking himself a nice little I think he's going to be going for the Pipe of Insight for his team. I like a pipe on DK. I don't want to finish that sentence. I just want to leave it sounding wrong. I like my pipes on DK. Yes, guys. All right, but I like the idea of pipe on DK because I think he's the person who can pick it up, and then you can save the mechanism for someone like the actually. Oh, Beastmaster wants a mech. Or he wants to get a. He wants to get himself a Necro. That makes sense. But yeah, if DK does get a Pipe of Insight, it's gonna be really nice for as far as his team fights go. Speaking as far as team fights go, I heard a burst strike. Don't be doing that, Sand King. Come on now. Disruptor drops in the ultimate top of DK. Here comes the Witchhawk coming through, and the casket will be bouncing through. A lot of damage going the way of both of these guys. And Beastmaster dropping the ulti as well. Witchhawk's heal going to be more than enough to keep the Beastmaster alive. And Lina, unfortunately, not going to be able to pick up the kill. And Youngin losing 2 lives in that whole entire fight. Balrog's going to be able to pull himself a nice little fight, just showing the fact that, hey, we got some beefy heroes over here. You can't just roll over us all day. We should be the ones rolling over you. Alright, so taking a look at the net worth, because I want to see who's worth the most on the map right now. Net worth is showing at Tusk. Wow, surprising. Tusk is at the top of that. Tusk is way at the top of that. DK is fighting right by him, though. So they're going back and forth and back. It's a relatively close game, and I think a net worth for everybody on the side of Youngin should just pump up a little bit because the tower did just go down. Juggernaut going to be able to get the solo kill on top of that. He can actually continue the push, too, for the 1-2. Healing Ward going to die here in a few seconds, but the creeps will push forward. Meanwhile, another TP rotation coming on top. Tusk and Sand King, the combination of gods. They will go for the kill on top of whoever this is. And nope, Gyrocarptor backs away. Does not want to be involved in that. Oh, right, Observer Ward. Observer Ward scouted that out completely. So nice little Observer Ward, just keeping Gyrocarptor as safe as possible. You do not want to get jumped on by a Tusk, because, especially on a Tusk Sand King, that's actually pretty brutal. Snowball for the stun for, what, 2 seconds? 3 seconds? 1 second? And then Sand King immediately followed with a Burrow Strike for a whole entire 2.7 seconds, so roughly 3 seconds worth of stun. And if he drops the ult, if Tusk drops the ult, that's going to be another, technically, 1 second of stun. Speaking of 1 second stun, Beastmaster up top, dropping the ult on top of Tusk, not going to be enough to keep Witch Doctor alive. It looks like Sand King going to be in a lot of trouble. No Sandstorm for you. He's taking a lot of damage. The drop to ulti comes through. Beautiful Burrow Strike back in the side. And he's going to drop the ulti. Does the ulti? No, it does not go down. The ulti does not go down, but they still claim 3 lives on the side of Youngin. They claim 3 lives for the one Sand King. The trades are phenomenal in their favor. And speaking of trades in their favor, down at the bottom we got Gyrocarptor versus the Juggernaut. Juggernaut can drop the ulti. Gyrocarptor's going to be dead. The ulti falls as well, and there's there's Gyrocopter dying to the Juggernaut. Or to, yeah, too many names. Gyrocopter dying to the Juggernaut. Language. I can do language. Language is easy. Anywho, all that aside though, Youngin, they had the advantage. Gold graph going to show heavily in their favor. 3k gold going their way. That's 3k gold with only 1 tower down. If you want to equalize for tower gold, as I like to do, basically Youngin are only up by about roughly 3k, still over 3k. Which is a massive amount to be up by, especially at this stage in the game. Especially considering the fact that at this stage, Gyrocopter is expected to hit an awkward stage where he can't really carry that hard with his right click. He can still drop his Rocket Barrage, but I mean, what, 22 times 10? I mean, 22 times 10 was that 2? Really? Is it 22 times 10? Man. Okay, that's 220. Alright, I was about to say, that's 2,000 damage. Holy crap. Sorry. Gyrocopter doing his 220 damage. It's not going to be enough to actually get in the kill on top of anybody at this stage because Tusk has a little bit too much HP. Juggernaut has too much HP. Disruptor should have too much HP at this point. Lina, she probably can die by it. And Sand King, he might, but he's a little bit too evasive. He's a little bit too evasive for that nonsense. So overall, Gyrocopter can't really kill anybody with his magic damage. His right-click damage is not really there just yet, hitting at roughly 110, 120. And oh my gosh, so we got Tusk Tusk drops his Ice Shards and a nice little rollout coming up from Earthshaker. Earthshaker's just trying to keep as much damage as possible on top of Tusk. Tusk eating a bunch of damage, and here comes the damage as well. The team fight's gonna happen on the backside. Beautiful Burrow Strike on top of nothing at all. Actually, that was on top of Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter drops a call down. Here comes Beastmaster ulti on the backside. These guys are fighting all over the place. Lina drops ulti on top of Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter taking a little bit of damage. Nobody's dead just yet. Juggernaut finally, no, sorry, not Juggernaut. That's gonna be death on finally on top of Gyrocopter. And Sand King trying to get the kill. Witch Doctor drops the ulti, but immediately falls. Gonna be feeling very sad about that. Now Sand King just might be dying here. The mechanism was popped. There is a mech available on the field, but I can't really see who has it because people are still dying. Earth Spirit gonna be the next one to die. And here comes DK falling as well. Balrog is getting bullied all over the place. Snowballs, punches, and swords and just stuff and shit everywhere. A lot of stuff happening. A very impressive fight coming up from Youngin. I actually considered the initiation from Balrog was a little bit too ballsy, but I liked it because it caught the Tusk, but Tusk has a little bit too much HP to deal with it. Tusk taking a whole bunch of, I can't really tell how much damage he took, but I think he dealt a ton of damage. If you would have killed him, you might have won the fight, but Gyrocopter, Gyrocopter's not really dealing much damage. Witch Doctor ulti only channeling for a whole entire, what, half a second, if that, so it got like maybe 2 shots off. Yeah, a very disastrous fight. I think Beastmaster dropped his ulti. I don't know who he dropped it on. I don't know who got hit by it, but obviously wasn't the right target. Can't really say much on that one. Just a lot of things happened. And like I said, there's a mechanism on the side of Youngin, so Lina did pick up that mechanism. So keep your team nice and healthy. That was the second one that the team needed to win the fight. Otherwise, I think they might have lost a lot more than what they did. Which was, I think they only lost the Sand King or the Lina. They lost one person on their side. Don't remember who it was. Tusk working on what looks to be a Sanj. I don't know if he's going to be working towards the big ol' Silver Edge, which I actually like as an item for Tusk, because you can just basically Silver Edge and then drop your ult, and it's a really, really high amount of damage, and you also break everything that the Balrog team has, or the Balrog player has. Blink Dagger is available on Sand King, so you can actually get in there and be dynamic in those fights, be a huge initiator for his team. Juggernaut, he does have the Battle Fury available, so he's finally going to be able to continue his farm. Maybe do a little bit more damage in his ult. but probably going to farm with the Yasha next. And speaking of Yasha, Gyrocopter only has the Helmet Dominator as his biggest item fixed up. He does not have the Yasha just yet. Trying to go into the challenging Yasha that I assume he's going to be going for, which I think would be nice because he needs a little bit more HP in these fights. A lot of burst damage coming out from Youngin, and it's like physical burst damage too. I mean, Juggernaut dropping the ulti, technically not burst, but it's enough. And also you have Tusk dropping his ulti. It's just so much punch damage, so much damage. And here, rotation's coming through. The Hawk is going to be scouting out some false sense of security. Not going to be able to see anybody. They're scouting it out. They're going to be able to see themselves a wild Beastmaster all by himself, taking a bunch of damage. He drops the ulti on top of Juggernaut. He's going to be forced to stand still, but looks like the fight's going to continue. Wishmaster getting a nice little ulti out, but sadly it gets cancelled out. Juggernaut dropping the ulti as well, bouncing on top of 2-3 people. There comes Alina, nice little ulti. She does lose her life in this fight, but looks like it's going to be a more even fight. DK still going for the fight. He might be able to turn around and get the kill. No, it's not going to be enough. Too many people available on these side. Juggernaut still going for full man mode. He wants the right clicks. Not going to be able to find it. DK blinking forward, wants to go for the stun. Sadly, Juggernaut's going to be forced to drop the spin. And I think at this point, Juggernaut should have probably TP'd out because that was going to be a bad fight overall. He loses his life. A team wipe on the side of Youngin. Balrog is going to be able to keep themselves alive by the skin of their teeth. I mean, the durability from DK, more than a little bit enough, I guess just enough to finally keep him alive and finally win the fight. But it looks like the tides are slowly but surely turning. Like I said, DK and Gyrocopter pretty much come online at the same time. I think Gyrocopter is significantly more item reliant. DK just needs the levels to get there. Level 16 Dragon, probably really one set. And yes, just for your future reference, Lemon, we did see the Breathe Fire hit nothing. Just want to let you know that. Just want to let you know that. We saw that. Anywho. So, that fight went a lot better for Balrogs. Like I said, Goldgraph should probably be showing a nice little swing down. And we see Youngin losing a little bit of that advantage, but still they do have this game. It's still their game to lose. They do have a lot of tier 1 towers left. That's going to be a little bit of a problem, especially when we consider that Beastmaster can push quite well. Necro level 1 is finished up. It looks like he's going to get caught out. Oh, Beastmaster, you don't want to die right now. He's going to be forced to drop the ulti. The ulti does go through, forcing Sand King to go back a little bit. Juggernaut, no ulti available. Just going to go ahead and farm up these boars. Farm up this gold. And the push. The rotation is going to be top. DK is invisible. He's going to get the stun on top of Juggernaut. This might be an easy kill. No, Sand King follows up immediately. Here comes Witchstar dropping the casket. The ulti from Witchstar is going to be more than enough to get the kill on top of one, and Breathe Fire is going to be enough to get the kill on top of the other. Going to be a very unfortunate fight for Youngin once again. They're getting caught out, kind of similar to what happened last game. Just pretty much the entire last game was them getting caught out in a very awkward engagements. Like, the idea was good, but Balrog just had too many people there to deal with it. It just became a very, very, very huge ordeal. That's a good word for it. It became a big ordeal. And now, speaking of being a big ordeal, Earth Spirit is about to have himself an Aghanim Scepter. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I know I pretty much hate that idea. I dislike seeing Earth Spirit do well. JK. CZ, one of the benefits I had of not playing Dota for a while and then playing Dota again is that I kind of missed the whole shenanigans that Earth Spirit used to have. So he wasn't in Captain's mode until recently anyway, but still, I didn't really play that much ranked anyway. But a lot of people used to love Earth Spirit. But he has Aghanim Scepter, so he will be ultra annoying to many people who remember the old school Earth Spirit, where he just kind of geomagnetic pulled. Is like, LOL, you're not getting this kill, bro. So the life saving will be high. Will be high very soon. Aethelion's actually got picked up by DK. Interesting. I'm very interested in his pickup. I mean, it makes his blink. I think it makes his blink dagger go farther away. I don't know how Aethelion's interacts with blink dagger. I can't really tell by looking at it, but that looks like the same distance, so I guess it doesn't affect it. But the main thing is that Breathe Fire goes a little bit further. Also, his stun goes a little bit further as well. So yeah, interesting stuff. I mean, I don't know if that'll be my first item to go for, but it looks like it's going to initiate on top of his Disruptor. So damage coming on top of whoever this is. That's going to be YS taking a lot of damage. Earth Spirit not going to want to die right now. He's so close to his Aghanim Scepter. The damage is going to be there. Earth Spirit going to be falling down. Lena going to lose his life as well. She kind of suicided into the middle of that one. Meanwhile, DK just forever dropping the stuns on top of Tusk. Not really having the best of times. Disruptor Glimpse not going to be there. Actually, I heard it. I don't know where it went. I thought I heard it. Apparently not. And 2 kills going the way of Balrogs. Balrogs going to go ahead and push the advantage and push while they can. 2 towers going to be going their way total. They did get the top tower a little while ago, and they're going to be able to get this middle tower here. Not much that, really not much Youngin can do about it. Sand King does not want to jump into that. No BKBs just yet on the side of Balrogs either, so Sand King is relatively powerful still. Sanj did get picked up by Gyrocopter. He will be going for the Yasha next. Just trying to make sure he stay alive, make sure he can go for that sustain. And now we got the push going to continue mid. DK ulti is still online for another like 10 seconds. They're going to decide to back away though, because it will be ending here soon. And DK, will he get the armlet is a big question. He's been holding to his helmet iron will for quite a while. I think I saw it a while back. I didn't call it out though, so I guess technically it doesn't count. And it looks like he will be going for the armlet, so. Alright, Armlet DK. Armlet DK will be online. Lena has the full entire Guardian Greaves, which I actually like as an item. It's really cool, really awesome to see. Battle Fury, Yasha almost up on Juggernaut. Still a little bit behind. I think this is Yasha flying out now. Yep, this is Yasha. And Mithril Hammer for Tusk. So Tusk is going for BKB, not going for the Silver Edge. Makes me a little bit sad, but it makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of annoying stuns and disables inside of Balrogs between the DK, the Witch Doctor, and the Earthspirit. There's stuns that you can stop with the BKB. Of course, Beastmaster is going to be forced to commit his Roar on top of somebody important. And if Tusk just makes himself a huge threat, which he can definitely do, if Tusk makes himself a huge threat, then they will be forced to drop it on him every time, meaning that Juggernaut will have a lot of pressure taken off of him, meaning that he can actually do damage. Speaking of actually do damage though, we got ourselves a nice little roast fight about to happen. These guys will be running towards that roast pit. Oh no, they will be avoiding it completely. Oh no, they just sidestep it completely. The Roshan will begin taken from under their noses. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor going to get punched in the face. Damage going to come through on Witch Doctor. He's going to be going down. And Smoke of Deceit does get popped. It will be getting popped for Disruptor, so they should know what's up. Smoke of Deceit gets popped. They know immediately that somebody's going for Roche, and I think it's going to be a horrible Roche fight for them overall. Beastmaster going to drop the Hawk. Not going to be enough. Oh no, Beastmaster going to immediately lose his life, and he's dropped the ulti, but sadly, no, not going to be enough time. Gyrocopter can TP out. No, he can't. He has the Aegis buyback immediately from Witch Doctor. They're going to lose the Gyrocopter all by himself. The whole entire squad from Youngin is here, ready to go for it. Witch Doctor can drop the ulti from the high ground to the low ground. I don't know if it'll be far enough, though. He's going to go and drop it. Yes, it will be far enough. The damage is there. The damage is there. The glimpse coming out from Disruptor. A lot of damage from Witch Doctor. Holy dear God. Just wrecking everybody. Double kill coming for Earthspirit. What is going on right now? Holy crap. I was not expecting that many people to die from that, but Earthspirit suiciding in there, trying to get himself a kill. 3 for 3. Double kill on top of the Gyrocopter, technically. So the fight's not going the way Balrogs wanted it, but a lot better than before. And also, oh, I forgot about the buyback. Oh, I forgot about the buyback. Oh man, the buyback makes it even worse. But yeah, overall, Balrog's making the best that they can in a bad situation. Youngin, very, very, very nice rotation into the Roche pit. Unfortunately, they were focusing on the Witch Doctor instead of going for Roche themselves. But at least they denied the Aegis from Gyro for a little while, and that was. I mean, I still feel bad for for how many people died in that fight. I wasn't expecting that many people on Youngin to die. I thought they were gonna get out scotch-free, and I was gonna say, haha, Youngin did a good job, but. Balrog showing you guys that they still in this game. Witch Doctor ulti doing a lot of damage in that fight. Earthspear just rolling in, dropping rocks everywhere, just dropping all kinds of bombs. He has the Aghanim Scepter. I don't know if that increases the damage of his Geomagnetic Grip. And also, if I'm not mistaken, he might have enchanted Remnant himself, just so he can stay alive a little bit longer. I don't really know on that one, but fantastic fight for Balrogs. That's all I gotta say. Nice little turnaround on that whole entire thing. Speaking of turnaround, we got Earthspirit coming in. They're going to go for the kill on top of Tusk. Tusk's going to be stuck all by himself. The Hawk should be able to scout it out. And here comes the Geomagnetic pull on top of Tusk. And Earthspirit just kind of flexing his muscles a little bit. They're in one roll for another roll. It's kind of funny to see, but yeah, Earthspirit going to get put back into a very best spot. Sand King going to try to deal with him toe-to-toe. Meanwhile, speaking of dealing with toe-to-toe, Witch Doctor getting the ulti off, just doing a lot of damage. Tusk going to be forced to stay for the fight. Lena going to be able to pick up that Witch Doctor on the backside. Now Tusk going to be forced to pop the BKB. Not a lot of HP left for him to fight. He just might lose his life anyway, though. He can snowball in if he wants to keep his ally alive. Not going to be there in time. Juggernaut going to lose his life, and the BKB going to wear out. DK going to be able to kill Frost Dragon's online. Damage is there. The kill going on top of so many people. Lena, the only one to survive, and she's in the fountain. She was able to TP out of there, but looks like they're going to lose the tower for this. Balrogs, Gyrocopter, and DK coming online at the same time. Juggernaut is not ready for this. He cannot lift this much. He is a little bit lacking in the muscle department for now. Just a lot of pressure getting thrown into him. Beastmaster's the Roar. I don't know who it went on, but I think it went on. I don't know who it went on, but it went to somebody important. Swingo on somebody important. Lena gonna not have a good day. Disruptor dropping the ulti. Just trying to keep himself alive. Lena dropping the ability right now as well. Getting forced back. Coming forward. Forced himself forward. Sand King, beautiful burrow strike. I think it just might be a case of these guys diving too far. And DK trying to toggle the armlet as much as he can. Doesn't want to die here, but he does die to the negative earn charge coming out from the Disruptor. Now we got Sand King coming in for the burrow strike on top of Earthspear. Gonna be a nice little chunk of gold going his way if he can get it. Will he be able to get it? Lena actually picks it off. It's gonna be a nice little 429 gold. That was a killing spree that they did lose. Overall, I think Balrog's doing okay in that fight. I mean, they kind of equalized the chart with the losses that they had, but the gold graph is showing you it's just going a little bit in favor of Balrog's. It's gonna kite back up towards Youngin a little bit, but the amount of space loss for Youngin is quite massive. I mean, they were sitting on a really good advantage, like a fantastic advantage overall, as far as So the fantastic advantage as far as map position, as far as overall we have more farm than you. But when it comes down to it, they've lost a lot of space. I mean, it's not as safe for Juggernaut to farm as you would want it to be, and Juggernaut still needs a lot more farm to carry this game. The fact that his next item is going to be a BKB just tells you the tale of this game. Usually you see Juggernauts, yes, they do get a BKB eventually, but they usually want to try to get bigger items like a Scotty, something like maybe even. Oh, sorry, crap, what's the item? Oh no, Diffusal Blade special. Sorry, I was about to say something like maybe even a Diffusal Blade, but that's totally a lie. Mantis style, you want to see him get that finished up, but if Juggernaut is forced to get something like a BKB, that kind of slows him down a little bit, because BKB doesn't really offer you much as far as actual straight up damage. It just gives you a way to survive so you can actually do damage. So I guess technically it gives you damage, but it's by extension it does that. Mantis style will be a much better item for Juggernaut to get, and we'll see if he decides to build it up. He's saving up quite a bit of gold. Meanwhile, Gyrocops gets himself a kill on top of Tusk. I missed it completely because I don't know where the heck he died at. Yeah, he got caught in the river. BKB was used in the whole entire fight, but looks like Tusk did still lose his life. And now Earth Spirit just kicking his allies around because he can. Why not? But Geomagnetic Grip is going to be a big deal. Being able to pull his allies out of these fights, making sure that nobody gets punished too hard for being out of position. And Geometry Sight is on somebody. I think Wish Doctor has it, or Centuries. Somebody has vision. Ah, it's a Necrobook, right? Well, there was a Necrobook. It just killed an Observer Ward coming up from the Radiant Squad. Middle tower going to be getting threatened here. Tusk will be up in 14 seconds time. Doesn't really have anything too terribly huge. Going to be buying himself a Desolator here soon. He did buy the recipe before he died because he knew he was going to lose his life. And now Juggernaut going to go toe-to-toe with his boar. And he's going to go toe-to-toe with these creeps. He's going toe-to-toe with that creep, and that creep, and that creep, and that creep, and that Cardi. Juggernaut going toe-to-toe like a baller. Anyway, they're going to go ahead and roll out towards the Roche Pit. Check Roshan. Roshan's going to be up here in about, what is that? It's about a minute and a half. It's 45 seconds after the timer. But the pings do come through. The pings are here. We'll see how it decides to go. Oh, come on. The Observer Ward, Sentry Ward is in range of the Observer Ward, so they will be able to de-war that. So they know that, hey, they're all up in our jungle. Gold going the way. DK, oh man, I don't think I talked about this, but DK looks like he's working on Ultimate Orb. What's that? Will that be a Sheepstick? Sheepstick would make the most sense to me. I would like to see a Sheepstick on DK just for the additional lockdown. And given the fact that he did get an Ether Lens, or Aether Lens, however people want to pronounce that, given the fact he did have that, having the extra range coming out from that Hex would be really nice. There's a chance he can go for Scotty. I don't think Scotty's a good idea for DK. I think it's a waste of an item slot. If you're, why go for Scotty when you can just go for a heart? You already have a Scotty when you pop your ults. But I've seen some people go for Scotties. I guess it gives them utility, sure, but I just think it's silly. I think it's silly overall. It gives them a lot of stats. I guess, I don't know. I'm obviously against going for a freaking Scotty on DK, but he can go for a Scotty if he really wants to. That is an option. I think it's a bad idea though. Anyway, Gyrocops to BKB is online. No Mantis style finish. He did decide to go for the Sanjayasha. He can still disassemble that and go for a Mantis style later. I think a Smoke Ink's gonna be coming up here in a second. Got the Courier flying in. Bring an Earth Spirit. Nope. Nope. Just some wards. Okay. No Smoke Ink. Oh, Smoke Ink's gonna be in the side. There we go. I knew I felt it. My gamer senses were tingling. I felt like Smoke Ink was happening. Unfortunately, no Observer Wards here for the Dire, so they do not see any of this happening. All they have is Sentry Wards placed down. Actually, no, the Hawk. The Hawk scouts it out. Alright, so the Hawk scouts out the Smoke Ink.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand.
And it should be able to see a Disruptor. So they're going to go ahead and run up to the top and hang out on the opposite side of the map. I don't really know if they're going to find anybody. Oh, Wish Doctor's going to be the first pick off here in a second. The Ice Shard is going to be there. Wish Doctor's going to be caught out of really bad position. Going to be going down. Beastmaster dropping the ulti immediately. Wish Doctor did go down. Now we got the fight continuing on the backside. Call down did fall through. Juggernaut taking quite a bit of damage. DK trying to go for the stun. Armor getting popped as well for the extra damage. Not going to be enough. Meanwhile, fights happen on the backside. Fights happen everywhere. BKB is getting popped all over the place. Juggernaut dropping the ulti top of Gyrocops. They're going to be split between two people. Not what you really want to happen. Actually, three people, and Juggernaut will lose his life here in a few seconds. Meanwhile, Earth Spirit, he did lose his life in the whole entire fight, but the main people left alive inside of Balrogs are important, and they're still there. Lena's shooting like a shotgun. Holy crap, she needs a deso. But she's doing quite a bit of damage. Sand King gonna be able to get the cleanup kill. Now DK is gonna be the last one left alive. They're gonna go for the kill, blink away from DK. A very, very interesting fight. I mean, I was kind of expecting Balrogs to be able to respond fast enough, but I guess a lot of the damage is still coming from Witch Doctor, which is a little bit saddening. Having Witch Doctor go down so early without even being able to drop the ulti was a huge deal. And also the way they got split up in that fight with a few people running this way and a few supports running this way just made it so easy for like somebody like Lina to just walk around and just snipe out another person. Earth Spirit, I think he rolled into this general area, and because of that he just kind of got wrecked pretty hard because everybody was like right there. So this goes to show you that even if you have the advantage, you don't really need to go for the dives. And Witch Doctor with the wall time, look at it go. Alright, so continue on with everything else. Let's go and take a look at the items because I want to see how everything is developing. Lina, she's not transitioned to a right click carry. I was kind of hoping she did that because that last fight she got so much attack speed it was kind of scary. But she does have the arcane boots, or sorry, the guardian greaves. She does also have the ether lens, so she can have a further force staff, and also so she can have the further initiation. I don't know if she'll be going for a blink dagger or an Aghanim Septon next. I would like to see a blink dagger so I'm a sheep suck can get in there and just do some more damage. Maybe just be a little bit more mobile, but it really just depends on how the game continues to progress. Disruptor did pick up that disgusting ether lens. Ether lens on Disruptor is so gross. You can glimpse somebody from further than your vision range, which is ridiculous. And at nighttime, I mean, if you have wards, it's a wrap. You're just dead. You, as in the person that gets caught with the glimpse, are dead, generally speaking. So Roshan's going to be happening. While it's happening, let's go and take a look at the rest of the items. Veil of Discord did get finished up by Disruptor. So it's going to be some nice extra damage. And Earth Spirit trying to make sure that they don't scout out the Roche Pit, but he's going to be stuck on the high ground. And we'll see if there's a response coming out from Youngin. I don't know if they're going to challenge this. So if they're not going to challenge it, they're going to go against it. Too many people coming out. And now Earth Spirit's gonna go in. He wants to find the kill on top of Tusk or do something on top of Tusk. He's looking for the roll. The roll's gonna hit. Yes, there it is. Hits on top of him. Gets turned into a stone. Gets kicked back into the team. And look, they're just waiting there. So much damage. A very unfortunate series of events for Tusk. He was just trying to run to the jungle to kill a few creeps, and then he just gets smacked in the face. Gets turned into a rock. Gets petrified and gets kicked. That's like, what kind of friend are you, Earth Spirit? Jeez, such a meanie. Anywho, so the gold advantage I think is still in favor of Balrogs. They have gotten the last few Roches, they have gotten the last few kills, and actually, oh, wow, interesting. So Youngin had a very strong advantage for quite a while, and then it kind of just came to a point where Gyrocopter and DK were able to survive long enough to do damage, and then they pulled back in, and then they lost the fight, and they won again, they lost the fight, and they won again. So, towers will be getting pushed. Looks like tier 3 is going to be getting threatened on both sides. I don't know who has the TP responses. We have TPs available on everybody. Looks like Juggernaut and crew will be the ones forced to go back. I do like the high ground defense coming out from Balrogs a lot better than I like the defense coming out from Youngin. They do have the Sand King outside of Youngin, but I don't know if the Sand King will be able to do much. He will have to technically kill the Gyrocopter twice, and DK is very difficult to kill. He did go for the Scotty for the extra stats and for the extra damage, so he's going to go ahead and try to go for the Lina. Lina's just taking quite a bit of damage. She might be going down, 4 staffed away. BKB getting popped by the Juggernaut, and here's Juggernaut trying to run into the fight. He wants to make something of this. He did pop a BKB, doesn't want it to go to waste, but unfortunately it will be going straight to waste. Very unfortunate for him. And the fight's going to continue. The tower did go down. Tower did go down. And they're going to go for round 2. Beastmaster Roar falling on top of the Sand King. A very important person to get. Beautiful, beautiful snowball from Tusk. Keep his ally alive. They're going to snowball in on top of the Beastmaster. BKB getting popped by Tusk. And there comes the damage from Witch Doctor on the low ground. He does get hit with the Burrow Strike. Here comes the damage coming out from the Sand King as well. Sandstorm coming through. Lina, shotgun, all alive. Just doing so much damage. And DK did die. It looks like Gyrocopter's going to be the last one alive. Actually, no, Earth Spirit's still here. Sand King as well, still alive. Going to be going down to the Lina. Lina getting the kill on top of that. I think Lina needs to get Deso. I absolutely think Lina needs to get Deso. With her attack speed right now at the end of these fights is pretty massive. She needs to make herself a threat, and Gyrocopter is going to be forced to come back alive into some nonsense. Juggernaut did buy back for this, so he really wants to get this kill. Really wants to make sure that they get something out of this, and Gyrocopter will go down to the collective of Disruptor, Lina, and Juggernaut. Very unfortunate Juggernaut didn't get the kill, but hey, the penalty was there, so I guess it's better that it goes to everybody. And a massive gold swing going the way of Youngin. Still, more map control coming from Balrogs, but map control means nothing if everybody's dead all the time. Also, the racks are still standing, so you have to be very careful about this. I actually had a lot of games where I played, like, you know, I'm not the best player in the world, I'll go ahead and admit that on stream, but the main thing is that I had a lot of games where we were pretty much smashed, spit it out, and wrecked very hard in the very early game, where we lost all of our outer towers at, like, the 15-20 minute mark, and we were just kind of stuck in our base farming from there. And we ended up winning the game because they didn't kill our Raxus, so we got the same amount of farm they did. Granted, that was their mistake for not farming the jungle more, but all that's said and done, Youngin, they have a chance. They haven't got racks just yet, but I think Balrogs, if they want to push their advantage, they need to immediately try to get as many racks as possible. Speaking of as many racks as possible, we got Juggernaut gonna be forced to spin here. He's gonna be able to do enough damage to get the kill. 11 seconds will be able to get the kill on top of this. No, looks like so much damage. He goes down. The BKB was used. 96 seconds on Juggernaut's death. Holy cow! I don't know if Juggernaut and crew can bounce back from this. I mean, I think Balrogs should immediately go ahead and push their advantage. Juggernaut's down for a whole entire 98 seconds, or sorry, 84 seconds. This is a lot of time for them to go ahead and push. Unfortunately, Witch Doctor's ult is down, which I think has been doing a lot of work for Balrogs in these fights, getting a lot of DPS on top of the important people like the Tusk, like the Sand King, like the Juggernaut. But doesn't really mean much. Oh man, we got Disruptor getting pulled in, getting kicked their way, and here comes Disruptor, glimpsing the Witch Doctor, follow-up stun coming through. DK coming in, he wants to drop the ulti, looks like he's gonna drop the ulti. Here comes the stun as well. Disruptor gonna be getting bullied, get kicked. Ah man, a very unfortunate way to die. Just getting kicked into the creeps. That's not nice. It's not nice at all. But who says game's about niceties? We want to kill people here. Rax is going to be getting threatened. 2 people down. I think Youngin are going to lose these Raxes. They might have to sack it. They can try to defend if they want to, but they might lose a few lives. The Blink Daggers are ready. Beastmaster ulti's up now as well. No Aghanim Scepter needed. It looks like, yeah. DK and crew going to be able to take down this Rax. I don't know if they have the AC. They do not have AC. You know what? That would have been. I would have liked an AC a lot better than a Scotty. I mean, yeah, sure, stats for DK, but AC would have been so much better, at least for a tower push. Like he can't even out damage his tower right now. Like that's how unfortunate it is right now. Also, having the extra armor. I mean, sure, he has a lot of armor to begin with, but give him more armor. Earth Spirit doing some shenanigans with a rock. I can't really explain that, it's just shenanigans. Sand King working on the Force Staff. No Aghanim Scepter for him. I would like to see an Aghanim Scepter. I hope one day I'll see an Aghanim Scepter on Sand King, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case right now. Moving over, we see ourselves a nice little stack of creeps getting killed. And net worth, let's go ahead and talk about that for a moment, because Gyrocopter and DK are at the top of this. I spoke on it earlier when Balrogs were doing not as great as they are doing now. And I mentioned that it's very important. It's very important that Youngin give Juggernaut as much space as possible, because he needs to be online and like 10 times higher online wise than both DK and also Gyrocopter combined, because Gyrocopter and DK have the added benefit of having an awkward stage where they just really don't do anything, or they don't do as much as they can until they hit level 16 or until they get their big items. DK, he needs to get level 16 in my opinion to be an effective carry, and Gyrocopter, he needs his items like a Sanjay Yasha, like a BKB and a Butterfly to actually do anything as far as his right click damage goes. So there's an awkward stage where they just can't do anything, because DK still needs levels and Gyrocopter still needs items. So that awkward stage has officially passed. We are 30 or almost 40 minutes into this game, and it looks like Youngin are officially on the back foot. Juggernaut not nearly big enough to actually do anything. All he has is a BKB and a Battle Fury and a Yasha. I mean, I spoke on this earlier. The games where Juggernaut's forced to get a BKB early, it just basically means that he's not going to have that much damage. I mean, he can't really do jack squat. His right click damage is sitting at what? Is that 200 or something? Which is great and all, but DK's is sitting way higher. Okay, Scotty. Okay, not as high as I thought it was. Anywho, DK can push out a little bit faster than Juggernaut. Juggernaut doesn't have enough attack speed, in my honest opinion, to actually do anything. Also, I would like to see if Juggernaut decides to get something like a Deso. I think Deso would be cool to see. I would like Lena to get a Deso, but she decided to get herself an Aghanim Scepter, just get a little bit more damage. And oh man, the roll-in on top of the Earth Spear. Earth Spear might be going down here in a few seconds. The Beastmaster going to be forced to drop the roar. Juggernaut not dropping the ulti, but looks like the Witch Doctor ulti coming through. Going to be doing a lot of work on that high ground. Beautiful position coming out from him. Holy crap. And Juggernaut and crew are not going to be able to, not going to be along for this world. DK trying to go toe-to-toe with the Juggernaut. Looks like Witch Doctor is going to be the one to lose his life. Juggernaut getting hit with the stun. The casket bounced around on top of, I don't know what. That was the DK stun. And now we got almost everybody on the side of the raiding squad about to be going down. It's going to be a dead Lena. I seriously think Lena should get it. I keep saying it. Lena needs a Deso. Lena's right click is there right now. She needs a Deso. And buyback coming up from Lena. She did opt to go for the Aghanim Scepter, so she will have that up here in a few seconds. It does make that cooldown stupid short. And they're going to go for a kill on top of DK. The damage, the follow-up is there. Lena taking a little bit too much damage. The Greaves coming up in 2 seconds. Will Lena be able to survive? Yes, she will. The Greaves do get popped. And now TP comes from, oh man, Sand King, he bought back for that one. He wants to go for the kill on top of DK. DK, really nice, juicy target for him to go for. Lena forced to pop that ulti on top of Gyrocopter, and Gyrocopter forced to pop that BKB and back the freak away. Lena just really wanted the ulti to be on time for DK, but DK unfortunately able to stay alive. Armlet toggling, like a baller. proven to me, CulBlu that is, that having these stats is more important. Having these stats is more important than having some extra armor. I still do think something like AC would be a lot better than Scotty, but fine. We'll go ahead and justify the Scotty purchase by saying that he does have a lot more HP to survive all the burst damage from Lina, Sand King, Disruptor, Tusk combined. We just saw him pretty much take a ton of damage and survive and just walk away. Armlet toggling like a baller. So we commend you, DK, for your item build. I still do think an AC would be nice, or at least somebody get AC. Does anybody have an AC? Nobody has an AC? I would like to see an AC. Still like seeing AC. Beastmaster did go for the Vladimir's offering though, so I do like that item. It's really nice for everybody in general, especially since the last update on it. Like I said, guys, I haven't played Dota in a long time. I haven't played Dota in a while, so I kind of missed all the upgrades so I missed all the upgrades on the Vladimir's offering becoming something that works on ranged people now, naturally. And also I missed the update on Wait, I missed another update, another important thing. Oh yeah, Guardian Greaves. I missed one Guardian Greaves new. Anyway, speaking of all that, before we talk about that, we got Earth Spirit taking a ton of damage. He gets down. Oh my gosh, the BKBs get popped. No, he's still alive. Okay, he finally goes down. Alright, the BKB was popped on Sand King though. That's a really big deal. Yeah, BKB was popped. They do ping the Roche Pit, and they're going to be forced to go all the way back home because the bottom lanes are pushing in. The Borg, and I think the Necro users are probably with this. We're pushing in. Just kind of backdoor the base. Like, bro, your base. Bro, your base. Youngin, your base, bro. Bro, your base. It's like taking damage. Anyway, continuing my thought I was saying before. Something like a Vladimir's offering to me was always a good idea when you had a lot of melee people, but it's even especially a good idea now that it works on ranged people, and also gives everybody, I think it still gives everybody 15%. I don't know, I haven't updated that. Yeah, it gives everybody extra 15%, 15%, whoa, hold on. Yeah, it gives everybody extra 15% damage, which means that you can push a little bit harder. Great, okay, cool, that's what I want to see. So yeah, overall, item choices on side of Balrogs is nice. Nice team-oriented items. Aura, Master, as some people like to call him. He has the drums, he has the Vladimir's offering, he has the Inner Beast. I hope he'll get an AC eventually so I can stop complaining about Gyrocopter not having, stop complaining about DK not having an AC. It looks like Roshan's gonna be getting scouted out. The whole entire crew is rotating in right now for Young inside. Let's see how they decide to do this fight. Tusk needs some vision inside that pit. He drops the ice shards. He will be able to get the vision. BKB's getting popped immediately. Sand King dropping the stun, but not going to be able to catch anybody. Here comes the roll on top of Tusk. Tusk going to be forcing the Beastmaster to go fight toe-to-toe with him. Speaking of toe-to-toe, when Juggernaut dropping the ulti, bounce on top of two people. Two targets going his way. He's going to be able to get the kill on top of his DK. I think DK a little bit too much armor and not enough for him to deal with. The slow is a little bit too much. Here goes Voice Arch dropping the ulti. Able to stay nice and healthy. Meanwhile, Youngin lost the rest of their crew. Lina going to be the last one to go down here. And it looks like that's going to be the entire fight going away Balrog. And I think they can just push into the base and win right now. Like, they don't even need Roche. GG's get called out from Youngin. They're going to go and tap out of this game. I think that was a very wise choice. And Earth Spirit. Please report Earth Spirit, please. Yeah. Yeah. So that was it for that game. I'm a little bit on the fence. Like I like seeing DKs do well. I also don't like seeing Earth Spirits do that well because I agree with the internet. Earth Spirit's a little bit too strong. But he did need to get Agnes after for that, so fine, he had to work to it. But anyway, all that aside, Youngin did drop that game. They were not able to hold it long enough. Juggernaut not able to get big enough to help them win the game. And the control coming out from Tusk and Sand King, while it was good while it lasted, it wasn't enough. Just wasn't enough. So that's it for this game, guys. My name is CulBlu. Just watch you guys this second game, last game, because all JDL games are best of twos between Balrog Esports and Youngin Gaming, or Young Gaming. Hope you guys enjoyed the cast. If you guys want to see more of my stuff, go check me out on YouTube, which is youtube.com/CulBluDota. That's CulBluDota. You can also check me out on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/CulBlu. That's CulBlu. And that's really about it. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and that's it. I will see you guys whenever.